Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of showing up where we are taking up space with art. It is a hopefully generally gentle journaling, messing around episode. And I have many spoons this morning, so we should be able to get through some stuff. We'll see what we get. Okay, so here's a place that I want to begin. First thing, Inktober 2025. Mustache and weave. Today is crown, so I'm currently working on that. So we can have a look at mustache and weave. So my mustache, so I'm using the tax book. Previous years I've been using the dictionary pages. It's just more convenient. So here is the painty paper for mustache. Let me hold it up. That's the whole space of it. I like how this turned out. So essentially, if you want to replicate this, I did a bunch of different paint dots all the way down. Dots being fairly robust, not just little pinpricks, like little blobs. And then took a credit card. And then here went up, down, and then up again to the extent that I could. And essentially created a mustache. Then, because I have all of this tissue paper kicking around, I did a pat, 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 and peeled. This, really interesting to me. So the peel off, if I did like black circles all the way down like that, wouldn't this look like skeleton ribs? That in particular looks like a vertebrae, and it's that movement of the swoop, which is really interesting. And so that is the purpose that I get out of doing Inktober, and that is play and exploration. I love this paper as it is because it has really interesting movement in it, and we have figured out something else that we might want to explore. So that one, 10 out of 10. This is weave. Yeah, it was this way. And so, up close, I was using a jelly plate scraper tool that had little sort of triangles put in. You could probably just take a playing card and just clip in little triangles and then sort of pull paint. Not really woven, but we don't have to create something literal. It is what the inspiration is. And I liked being able to play with the threads and understand how that paint worked. And because we did it on the first one, I did it on the second one as well. And here's the tissue paper that goes with. And the tissue paper is interesting. So that, if you just wanted to cut that out, that would be an awesome tag. So again, not necessarily 10 out of 10, but I'll give it a solid 7. And so we are working on crown today. So that's the show and tell from that. What do we want to do? Let's sort of do in reverse order, because now we have some programming, I think. Let's end with the journal, because that's probably going to take the longest. And move some of this out of the way. Clear up some space. Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos gave me some further information on how best to do a glue book, and that is essentially start from the center. So me wanting to just start at the front pages and then go back and forth on the right track. Not perfect. That's okay. Oops, what was that? Oh, that was one of my cutouts. Ah, Perthon. I think it was the Perthon. No, oh, it was the earrings. So we'll put in a couple more backgrounds, if nothing else. And I don't want to cut that one up yet. Some words. I got some pipples cut out. So that cut out. Haven't done that. Funny, so I had to fussy cut that out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no problem. I have another magazine that is showing off a different kind of food. I don't know what kind of food it is. And apparently the design location for forks is 2 o'clock because it is virtually the same picture. The fork is slightly up, but it is positioned there, which kind of made me laugh. So we've got that, we've got the whale, we've got her, that, and I didn't cut the bee out because we'll wait, because there's way too much stuff that could get caught. So let's do the whale, the whaley whale. Do that dead in the center. I think I would like, oh no, that'll work. Ooh, yeah, oh, that'll work. Yeah. So then, what did we learn last time? What we learned last time was we do it in stages. There. This is the way that goes, and we're doing this at the bottom to the extent that we can. Here we are. And we might be getting at the end of a, ooh, we are. Oh, it's spatula time. And this is absolutely the perfect application for spatula because it's basically just spackling glue down. So has anything happened since yesterday? Not really. Not really. There. And then, oof. There, look at that. Look at that. Where's this? There. Yeah, that's gonna be all right. And then I'm gonna go a page in this way. And then you are going to be oh, it's a face. Wow, it's quite the art. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do that? I think I like that. I like that point. So we will do that. I need to cut an edge here. There. I'm thinking I might do a separate video entirely of me setting up my October day timer. I have a Hobonichi and we are quite behind. Okay, so what I need to do, what have I learned? What have I learned? This is one of the things. What is this? Oh, just an ad. So we don't want to have that happen. So essentially what I'm doing is making a barrier. And I want the top to be the place of precision-ish, so we're going to glue the top, we think. Ooh, that's better. Okay. Where's the top? Nope. That should have been a different color. What a mess. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. That's okay. That, I think, is one of the keys to gentle journaling. And that is just, it doesn't need to be perfect. We don't need to worry. Okay, so that's done. There. So Shell's Creative Chaos is doing a similar, just show up and do some art. And I am absolutely loving what she is doing. It feels like a complete and total visit with her. And I have been knitting while she has been doing her things. And I am nearly done another sock. This is me scrolling around for another tubo glue. Here we are. And it makes me so happy. Just put her on and she does her thing and I do my thing and I talk back when she asks questions or she says things, and it's all very pleasant. I do the same thing with other channels too. Janet Nash being primary among them. She is such a gorgeous channel. It's just gentle. There's no need to do anything. And also, weirdly, Gail Augustinelli and Rachel at Roxy Creations, they also do the same kind of thing. It's like, could put them on and just listen. Okay, so those two are done. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. And so, I don't think I have any more background picked out. The whole idea could be we're not doing that. What we wanted to do, what we set out to do. Oh, but let me try this. Just one more thing before we go. Before we move on to a different thing. So remember this one? This was a 4. And I wanted to see what that looks like. Where's the B? Is it? Nope, it's a hat. I don't want a hat, I want the B. maybe. I don't know, but that patterning of this I think would be really fun. Okay, so we are going to bid this a fond farewell, and we'll get some more trimming, and I might do some more pulling out of bits later. Okay, put all this back in here. So we've got that part done. We should cut this out, see how this goes, and then we will wind up with, let's put that out of the way, with some actual junk journaling. Depends on how long this takes. And I might need to get up if somebody arrives at the door. It's a long, silly story. Oh, I think we're supposed to be coloring some of this, aren't we? Well, we can color it after we cut it out. So the evil empire known as the New York Yankees have advanced, and we'll be playing the heroic Toronto Blue Jays. My team. My team. So we will see what we get. It's very exciting. What else is new? There's nothing much to do. I mean, I could regale you with work stuff, but I'm pretty sure you don't care. Okay, and then there's two things here. There's this one and there's that one. They're not attached. That's useful to know. Okay, I just want to get these separated. Yes, it's fine. That's what we're supposed to do. So here's the discussion point. The whole notion of Christmas. Christmas crafting, I should say. So there's all of the alongs, there's the December dailies, and there's this and that's, and all kinds of whatnot. And I have done a couple of years of each one of those. I've even run one of my own, modest though it may have been. And I think what I would like to do, maybe, because I had such a fun time with the iCAD a day and making postcards, is to make a bunch of Christmas postcards and send those instead of the Christmas card. Not that I send Christmas cards, but at least then I will have cards to send. I think that's what I might do. I don't know where I'll get the prompts, but I think that might be fun. Because then I can actually send them. Kind of like a one-a-day kind of thing. I don't know. It's a workshop. It's an idea. We're workshopping the idea. If you have any thoughts, do drop them in the comments below. But it's sort of like an iCAD, but for Christmas. And it's not iCAD, it's making postcards. Or at least mine will be making postcards. You can do whatever you want. You have 100% agency. Well, not ideal. It's fine. It'll be fine. Where did I see there was a... Oh, I know. It's a long story. I have an app. I have many apps. I have many things to keep my brain on the straight and narrow. I'm throwing that out. And one of them is an app called Finch, F-I-N-C-H, Finch. It's a little bird. And essentially it helps you, it's a gamification of sort of doing tasks related to self-care. Anyways, every month they have, so back up even further, because it's a game, you can like earn little points, you know, by showing up and doing things. So it is encouraging you to do, to take care of yourself. And you can buy little outfits for the finch, and the finch has got a nest, and you can furnish the nest and all of the things. And you're also traveling, so you get to go places. I've been to, where have I been to? I think I've been to Japan, been to London. I think I've been to Australia outback, and we're currently in the Sonoma National Park or something. I don't know. Anyways, so every month they will sort of change the theme up a bit. And this month is Halloween. And do I cut that out? I don't know if I do or not. I think I don't. I think I cut all the way around. I don't cut out the fingers. So they also give the finch little pets that you can get. So there's all kinds of pets, like little deers and llamas and mushroom creatures and all kinds of things. And they all have their little individual sounds and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, whole point being, Halloween's prize pet, if you do a minimum amount of, I think, 25 days, which is 25 days of ADLs is superb. You get a little black cat. And so I am hot to get the black cat. Would I do an ADL for myself? No, but would I do it for a black cat? You betcha. And that is what mental illness looks like, which is fine. We all have our bag of hammers. Okay, there we are. All right, everybody's all cut out. She has a weird expression on her face. Just a second. Okay. So it says slit, 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 and I think we slit there too. So this doesn't need slits. just going to do this. No particular reason, except it makes it look nicer. Makes it look finished. There. Now, is that a slit or not? I don't know. There. Okay, 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 okay. There. And we're going to do the fence thing. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basketball is starting up. This time last year, Jays weren't, the Toronto Blue Jays, my baseball team, was out of the playoffs, so I was straight on to basketball. And I'm not straight on to basketball yet because we have all of this extra playing that needs to happen. So how did we cut? That was pretty good. Yep, yep, yep. 1, 2, 3. So C goes to C, B goes to B, A goes to A. What? We need the directions? What's happening? Oh, stars. We may be moving on. Oh, nope, not yet. So the black cat is up here somehow. And then the ghosty ghost is through here. And I think, yep, okay, the pulley pole is through here. No? Anyone, Bueller? There we are. And then this, oh! Okay, that needs to just be a hair more open. And I'm going to say this actually is a dot. There. So use paper fasteners. So I don't have any paper fasteners at the moment. Those little doodly-doos that allow for the swing to happen. So, okay. I didn't realize that she was in there. I don't know why. Oh, so that's what's going to happen, I think. Okay. Okay. Progress. We will take it. Where are we at? Oh, a half hour. All right. Let's move on. Ooh, nice cup of tea today. It is a like a cardamom-y, like a warm fall spicy, but full of caffeine, which is very yummo. Not the caffeine, the other part of the tea. Okay, so where did we leave off? I was looking for this last time, could not find it anywhere because I had put it in a safe spot. What was the other thing that I've done since? These. I think I had one buried over there, envelopes, and this is very, very old antique paper, and I love the print, and that might be a way to be able to sort of soften this screaming white or screaming cream. Do something like that, maybe collage on it, we're not sure. Squirrel, wow. Holy Hannah. So what I want to do with this is to create some pockets. And I think I want to back them, which we can do. So I want that side. So having this white one in the middle, yeah, I think that white in the middle is going to be the best option. Something like that, something like that. So that's sort of what the stack pockets will kind of look like. Okay, step one. Steppity one, we find a Nancy because we need some of her pages. Oh, I wanted to do a thingy what's it with her. And what would a thingy what's it mean? Cindy does this a lot. Cindy at Studio Lou. She does spell a thingy what's it. Oh, maybe that's what I do. She takes a page and then she thinks of a theme, like I don't know, kittens, and then she goes through and then she basically underlines very gently something that is reminiscent or thematically connected to kittens, and then she blacks everything else out, and then you get a poem. Like 11 children or had 11 children. Just intuition. There's one angle. It's just intuition. Da 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 da. And you get the idea. I'm not going to do that at the moment. What I'm going to have is blank paper. And it occurs, thought occurs, but this is where I should do this and then glue that on top. I can do that. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And that turning that one upside down is just so that I have some more white space. I should do the same thing here. White space, white space, white space. Okay. So that's the size of the card. Okay, how wide is that? It's about 3 inches. How wide is this? Oh yeah, 3 inches would be perfect. Good enough. Good enough. And what did I say, 3 inches? Okay, that is 2 3/4. This is 2 1/2. 2 1/2. I could do it there. Sure. We'll find out momentarily if it's a bad idea. So I don't know how tall I need these to be. So my thought is we do 1, 2, 3, something like that. Or we can do slightly offset, because now that we've done it that way, do it this way, offset that way, so the middle one is the middle one. Okay. Let's try that. Come on. So that's the full card. Let's call it there. Sure. Well, let's do these one at a time, because they're way too thick now. It's 3 inches. Yeah. Oops, there. That's that edge. Okay, well. Okay, there's one. That'd be good for another pocket. What did I say? That. That's what I said. I don't need that. I need this. Watching Shell do her thing also reminds me that I am not gifted at talking when I am doing things. And she is. As is Cindy and most other people on YouTube, I should say. And I'm like, no, don't make me talk. There. Okay. So we have 1, 2, you could be super clever and just hide it that way. We're not going to, but we could. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to, do I want to do that? Yes, I do. We need that. One. Okay, now we've got the envelopes. That's something. So where do I want to put these? Maybe here? If we did that, yeah, there really is no spot, is there? I was thinking about this little corner thingy. Sort of staggered like that. So this will be some of the backing, and then I can use some of this tissue to do a backpack. So I think I'm going to do that, or maybe a little bit of this. A little of this, a little of that. Oops. Wow. paper is fragile. So if I do that on that corner and then the other corner on the back, or even just fold it over. I don't want the whole page. Let's do this. Let's just that. And do that. Okay. This may be done by next Halloween. But I am enjoying it so. It's funny. I make a lot of journals. A lot of journals. I don't do anything with them. I just make them. Makes me very happy. Do I use them? Not all that often. Certainly not the ones that I make. I have a Hobonichi for my actual running of my life. And also my journaling, which is funny. So there's probably something other than it must be just the act of making something that I enjoy so much. Wow. There we are. Then maybe something. No. Let's try that. It's probably better straight side up. We'll do that. That way. There, okay. And I want to do a little bit of this. Let's just pop that off, see what that does for us. Just like right on the edge there. Maybe fold it over. Sure, let's try that. Oops, come on. Might be over. There we are. Good job. All right, be that way. Be that way. There. Ooh, I like that. That's coming together. I should probably do some of this in other spots as well, so it feels like it's cohesive. So that's there, it's sort of the same page. I could go across like that, or edgy edge. Well, let's do edgy edge. Where'd my ruler go? Where it, man? There. And that's just going to go over the edge. You say with a certain amount of confidence. I like that better. So, fun. I said I liked that better than that. This has got white space here and white space here, and that's got it way down there. And this has ceased to be text and is now like blocks of color to me, which is fun. And I think that's something that once you start working with the materials, you realize that it's not just about words, it's about design, like design of the paper, the font size, the color of the font, the spacing, all of that kind of stuff. And that feels nicer to me. Oh, because I've glued it, that's why. I'm thinking it's on the other side. No, it's not. Where'd it go? Didn't go anywhere. Little numpty. Can I do that? Part of me kind of wants to just extend the purple part. Let's do that. Ruler, ruler. There. Ooh, that looks yummy. Get rid of that. So I feel like I should keep that as an image. What did I say I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. Okay. Squirrel. Squirrel! Oh, speaking of, still do not have that ever-loving birdseed yet. Down, over, there. That would be super fun to just keep that angle going with this and turn the page. Oh my gosh, we're at 55. Okay, and what does that angle look like? Kind of looks like that. That would look great. Okay, and we've got to stop it here. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Yes. Gluey. don't know what I'm going to do with the other side yet. It's going to flip over for sure. Well, one thing at a time. Gluing is such a nice activity. There's that. There's kind of that. And there's that sort of smushed. That's okay. Yep. Oops. Careful. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have been able to glue it, but I am going to, I think. Leave the last bit for the most complex part of this glue, which is going to be gluing all of this and then flipping it over. Hopefully with not a lot of yelling or tears. Prep your surface. I've missed the fragile part because I think drawing the glue over it is just going to damage it, so I'm going to fix it in post. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. Edgy over. And it doesn't need to be smooth or perfect. Holes are fine. Wrinkles are fine. Yeah. Okay. That needs some fixing, which we could totally do. There. There, and I'm going to do a little bit of just thising. So, ooh, doesn't that look fun now? My eye is so happy to have that line followed. And it also leads you into the book. Like whoosh, and then blah, 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 blah. And then this. We might be able to do something fun with that too. Well, it needs to be on that angle, whatever that is. Yeah, okay. So we've got some work done. Look at us getting work done. So I think that is all for now. I may be back to work on my Hobonichi, but it will be a separate video entirely. Until then, please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.